Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I wanted to shoot a quick video talking about an ETF that I recently came across, and it appears to be very liquid and very popular across the stock market. What it is, pretty much, it is a Tesla 2X leveraged ETF. So, if you're not familiar with how risky leveraged ETFs are, definitely go do your research on that. The one of the first cons that I noticed and that I am aware of is that holding this thing long term is not exactly going to perform exactly at a 2x leverage of Tesla because the leverage has to get reset daily. And that's kind of a indicator of why it's described right here inside of the description name of the ETF. It is a daily 2x bull. So they have to put these trades on every day. However, it does, well, it's down 39.9% and Tesla's down, um, you know, approximately 2x for that. But I think over the longer time horizon, you'll see that the numbers aren't going to be exactly 2x of everything. But needless to say, today we're going to talk about TSLL and pretty much how I've been playing it recently, what are the risks with it, how it's been performing. As you can see, looking at this time frame, year to date, it's down almost 40%. So Tesla's been getting smacked, as well as TSLL. With that being said, though, it is currently trading at $8.62. So as far as selling options goes, it's a pretty inexpensive ETF that you can buy 100 shares of and start wheeling the stock. And that's pretty much what I've been doing. I've been buying 100 shares, selling covered calls at the money, in the money, trying to sell puts, and pretty much just wheeling the stock over and over and over again, with plans to keep some of the profit in the underlying, or keep allocate some of the profit over to obviously Tesla, TSLA. But yeah, that's kind of been my game plan so far, and what I've been doing. So looking at the information on their website, this is the fund manager's website. Some different data here. I'm not sure what TSLS is. Oh, okay, and 1x. So it's 1x bear for Tesla, and the 2x bull TSLL. Okay. So the daily target is 200%. So what are they indicating here? Okay, so the website's not going to load. Okay. We'll keep that at that. So that's for the bull, and the daily target for the bear is obviously minus 100. Expense ratio is a little bit higher for the bear side versus the bull side. These are some of the numbers. Trying probably hard to. The bear was probably the move this year, right? For Tesla. Tesla's been getting beat around a little bit. They all were, the inception dates were August of 2022, or at least these two were, at least. Just talking about the risk here. So there are some distributions that looks like last year they spit out a short-term capital gain distribution of 27 cents on December 11th. So it does look like they're spitting out a little bit of a dividend here. That's interesting. Okay, so that looks like that's the end of this article. Looks like there's some other funds that they have as well, 1x, 2x versions of these single stocks. So pretty cool there. I would like to see like a holdings if they have. Okay, so this is just probably that same exact web page, but just in a PDF form. Okay, so we don't really care about that. Okay, so hopping over to Robinhood, like looking at their charts, I know it's not the greatest, but it's just visually sometimes easier to see. So pre-market this morning down about 5 cents. Past week it's up 5.41%. Did pull back a good bit. This has been a wild week. Last Monday was one of the reddest days I've ever seen the market in my time investing. So that was pretty interesting. Past month though, Tesla has pulled back, so it would make sense that the underlying 2x version has pulled back as well. Ever since July 10th, I think Tesla was trading around 260, but it has pulled back, over 20% back below 200. 3 months, it's up 16%. Year to date, down 40%. Past year, down 44%. And overall, since inception, down 66%. But a cool thing about this ETF is very liquid and very actively traded. The average volume is 44 million. That's pre-market, so there's not much yet. Assets under management, 1.41 billion. So this is a very, very liquid ETF. So that makes it nice. The bid-ask spreads are typically pretty tight. And then as far as options go, they're very liquid as well. Yeah, has not been performing great though. However, but yeah. Scroll down here to see if we can find out any more information we want to take a look at. I know Yahoo Finance normally has some good stuff. Let's see if we can find like a holdings page. Okay, so they just are holding. It looks like they're just holding the underline. I was thinking they were having some type of like synthetic call position to kind of mimic that 2x leverage, but maybe not. Maybe it's actually however they're, how much of they're holding. That's interesting. But yeah, just quickly looking at Tesla to see how it's kind of performed. Yeah, so Tesla's 200. Year to date, it's down 19%, and TSLL was down, 44%. Yeah, peaked around 266 in July, and it's pulled back more than $60 there. But yeah, so high level, if you're a bull on Tesla, this could be a way that you could also increase your leverage. Whether that makes the most sense for you and your risk tolerance, you got to understand that the volatility in these leveraged funds are massive, and you have to be able to stomach these ups and downs. I think over the long term, I think Tesla's going to perform well. I think in the current market they're at right now, they're kind of struggling, but from my point of view, I think Tesla will do well over time. Now, you have to make your own analysis with that, and especially when investing. Once again, I tried to mention earlier, the risk with leveraged ETFs is that over time they are not going to quite perform exactly 2x of Tesla, just because the daily reset. Now, if there wasn't a daily reset, then yeah, it would make sense to you wouldn't have the con of that decay per se. But with the daily reset, that is a con, and that's going to be something that's going to have to be evaluated over time. But here's an article. TSLL surges 86%. Will it keep rallying? Yeah, so like obviously this stock is going to very underperform if Tesla underperforms, but if Tesla overperforms, then this ETF is going to be, at least in the short term, on a shorter time horizon, it's going to outperform. Long term, we'll see. Like I mentioned, I think the decay is going to hurt you a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see regardless. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for today's video. I just kind of wanted to briefly talk about this ETF I recently came across. I know it's been out since 2022, but I haven't really looked at these leveraged ETFs before. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Are you a bull for Tesla? Do you believe in their future? Do you believe in Elon Musk? Do you like these leveraged ETFs? Like, I know another very popular one is like TQQQ. This is a 3x version of the NASDAQ, but there are tons of different leveraged ETFs on the marketplace currently. Do you like them? What are your thoughts on them long term versus purchasing the underlying stock or ETF? For me, I like Tesla, so I am going to try to start building out a leveraged position. Obviously, I want direct exposure to Tesla, but maybe a small percentage of my portfolio is also in this leveraged version of it. But that might be a mistake. Obviously year to date, if I would have done that, I'd have been down over almost 40%, just on these shares here. So the volatility is crazy, but whenever you're selling options, volatility is good. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think down below. Do you like this ETF? Do you like leverage ETFs? Let me know your thoughts. Please like and subscribe down below.